Leaving?
Just gonna quietly slip away. First chance I get. Don't you think it's best for all of us?
I think it is.
If I hadn't done what I did, you'd be dead now.
I chose to stay.
You chose suicide.
I'm coming with you.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All I care about is getting out of here. As far away as I can. Like you. What's next?
The group is split. We got a plan for this.
People are gonna start panicking.
It's a waste of time, all this hoping and praying.
Just right. Let's go, you and me. Let's go before they get back. It's not gonna end here like this. We can't give up.
Maybe we should just go back.
We're facing a long, hard journey. Maybe even harder than I can imagine. I don't know what our chances are. Slim, I guess.
Damn.
But it's all about slim chances now.
Hide under the cars.
We're all rattled. No one's thinking clearly, but we have to start. Our lives depend on it. The hell with the noise.
Hey folks, it's MG and today's Monday, so it's Bug Out Series Day. How about that Walking Dead? It's a great comparison when talking about survival and being prepared. Today's episode is on survival teams or lone wolf. So let's take a look at survival teams. If you have decided to go with a survival team, then you know it allows you to pull together the resources and skills of your fellow team members in order to face challenges, potentially even violence, as a unified force. But this takes the right team members, and if you end up recruiting the wrong group, it could lead to social conflict and potentially even threaten your survival during the time when you need everyone's cooperation and skills. So how do you determine if you have the right team prior to a critical trigger event that puts your team into action so you don't find out the hard way that there's going to be trouble? And what's the magic number of the members you should have on your team? Well, let's start with the vetting process. Because it's better to face these facts now and reevaluate your current network prior to any triggered event than to only find out later this person is a liar, a thief, lazy, a drunk, or a pedophile. First, be honest and upfront. Just because they're like-minded doesn't mean they will be a good fit. They need to understand your position in inviting new recruits to your team. You use your gut instinct and common sense. Look for signs and falsehoods when interviewing this person about their personal skills. Ask him about checking his background, and if he has a problem with this. Let him know everyone on the team has gone through the same process, and see if he seems apprehensive about it. Then that should set off some triggers as to what they have to hide. Because essentially, you're inviting this person into your home. You will be spending a lot of time with them, so there must be trust, and if you can't trust someone, then there's no sense in wasting their time or yours. So let's look at some things you can do from here. You can have them fill out a short form application. This information could be very useful when doing background checks. You can go to your local courthouse, ask the clerk for assistance in your search. Usually you only need a name and a date of birth. Look both at civil and criminal courts because they both have different information. You can also check the sex offender list as well. Also, Google their online presence. That will give you a hint of their character traits. Find out their likes and dislikes and look for falsehoods, as in if they want people to think they're somebody they're not. There's a lot you can tell about a person via their social media. You can tell apart the keyboard commandos from the real deal simply by asking them if they train. Follow up with a few trigger questions. If you're yourself trained, then you would know, if they're talking smack or giving you an honest answer. Ask them what steps they've taken so far in the preparedness plan. Are they a bragger? For example, I have 14 ARs and I'm building one more. That would make one think, would he give away things about the team? Remember, loose lips sink ships. Question his skill sets or abilities and what they could bring to the team. You really need a solid foundation to build from. So make sure you do your homework now, as it could potentially threaten your survival later. Now, having all that said, what's the magic number? How many team members are enough? You want enough people in your group that all the skill sets you need are represented. But let's face it, too many people can create problems, power conflicts, or just the need to stockpile so many supplies that the group is unworkable. The ideal number for a survival team is between 5 and 8 people. That's about the maximum number who can be effectively managed by a single leader to accomplish a task. Well, in my opinion anyway. Sure, you can grow as time goes on and skills become better developed, but remember that family members do count depending on your group, format, and design. So now ask yourself, how are you laid out? Is everyone in a central BC? Or are they clustered in a neighborhood situation? Or is there something else? All the people who will help you survive all have skills. So you've got to select members for the skills your group needs following your initial survival team planning. Your group members should have the skills to touch on the 8 main areas of survival, and they are food, water, shelter, safety, security, energy, communication, and transportation. So in order to get started, look for someone who has good medical experience. You also want mechanically inclined people, and you want fighters, preferably former military. People with hunting experience can also fill that role because that provides both security and food. Additionally, you'll need someone who can help with food production, including gardeners and livestock handlers. And you want scavengers who can find things and fill the role of gatherer within the survival group. If you have that core membership and skill set, you're off to a great start. Remember that all these people should cross-train together. That way, no one person is too valuable to the group to be lost or replaced. So there you have it. How do you plan to go? Team or lone wolf? Let us know in the comments below. This is MG, and I'll see you next week.